Alright, welcome back. It is our 4th day here doing things here in Thailand. Today we're doing our own plan because we didn't hire a driver for today. We're just going to be using Grab to go around places. But yeah, today we're going to be going to the National Museum of Bangkok. And then afterwards we're going to be going to a river cruise, which is also going to have some food. And then if we still have time, we're going to go to the mall or a night market. But yeah, while we were looking at what kind of things we can do here in Thailand, I was just thinking it's so interesting how there's so many places here that have an entrance fee. Like literally everything has an entrance fee. I mean, I'm just comparing it to the other countries we visited, like Japan especially. Like pretty much everything there was free to get into unless it was like a specific museum or the zoo or a park or something. But like for the most part, everything was free. All the shrines and temples you could go to was free. They're just out there in the public. So yeah, here in Thailand, there's all these temples and they all have entrance fees too. I can understand why, because the Buddhist monks rely on those donations and those temples rely on those donations and that stuff. But yeah, I just thought it was really interesting. Anyway, let's go. Alright, so we're still at the museum. We have about 2 more hours until we're gonna go leave to go to that dinner cruise. We're pretty excited to go over there because there's like that live entertainment, there's the food, and so yeah, it's a 2-hour cruise over there. But for now, we're still gonna hang out at the museum and check out what's going on here. This museum is actually really huge. We've been reading about it, and it says that it's one of the largest museums in Asia. And yeah, we basically only scratched the surface from what we've seen. So it seems to be there's a lot more to do here. So yeah, we're gonna hang out here for a little more, and then we're gonna go to the river cruise. Okay, forget what I just said. We forgot that the museum actually closes at 4 o'clock. So we're gonna go find something to do for 2 hours. Alright, so we ended up going to the Wat Arun Buddhist temple. It's very, very big and cool, but the problem is there are so many tourists, so many foreigners, and everyone is just trying to find that picture, especially my mom. She's part of the problem too. So I ended up just taking her pictures for 30 minutes. But yeah, I'm just gonna chill here until it's time to go to that dinner cruise. I'm excited for that. Okay, so we're here at Asiatic, the place we're gonna be getting on this boat. You can see behind me, I don't know if it's this boat, but it's a boat that we're getting on. And yeah, we're gonna be taking a scenic view, a scenic boat trip, and there's gonna be food on the boat too, so it's gonna be sick. But yeah, this is the place that my mom was kind of looking for, that nightlife area. This whole place is pretty cool. There's a bunch of stores and shops everywhere, so I don't know, we might be looking at some stuff afterwards. But yeah, let's get on this boat. Okay, so we're still not on the boat. I saw that Chica West store, so I had to stop by and take a detour. And it's currently raining. But yeah, let's get on the boat now. Alright, so we finally made it onto the cruise. If you look outside, yeah, there's all those people, all those umbrellas. Yeah, we got a little wet as well. But man, the wait was so long, it was so annoying. I think it's mainly the rain to blame. Hopefully they compensate us with some time, because we're supposed to be here for 2 hours and we're gonna be leaving probably around 8. And the cruise is supposed to end at 9:30, so yeah, hopefully they compensate us with some time. But we're finally here. I think there's some on-ship entertainment, there's some food, but yeah, we're kind of like in one of the corners of the boat. So I don't know if we're gonna have much entertainment here, but yeah, let's go.
Sex bomb, sex bomb, sex bomb.
Okay, and we're back. So the dinner cruise was pretty good, I would say. I actually ate a lot. That's the first time I've ate that much in a while. I think the only downside we had was just our seating. It was kind of bad. We had barely any window. We were right next to the balcony on the outside, which had just a ton of smokers. And then we were also far away from like the entertainment. So yeah, there was the singing. There was that person in that Thai something costume. And yeah, there were a little bit of performances, but we couldn't really watch any of that because they didn't come to our area. But other than that, I think it was worth it. Okay, and then this morning we went to the National Bangkok Museum, and one thing I forgot to mention was the fact that it's so blatant how they like rip off foreigners. And maybe not necessarily rip off, but they just make it so obvious that they're just making foreigners pay so much more. Because there are signs that literally say, for foreigners you pay this price, which is usually 4 times the Thai citizen price. Or at the Wat Arun Buddhist temple, the Thai citizens can get in literally for free, and then yeah, foreigners have to pay like 200 baht. So yeah, that's one thing I find that's like slightly annoying, but also kind of funny. But you know, you just have to deal with it since we are foreigners after all. Yeah, so the Bangkok Museum was pretty cool. Like I said before, it's one of the biggest museums in Asia, and I think we only like saw maybe half of it or something because they actually closed pretty early. They closed at 4 o'clock, so we couldn't stay for longer. And then we went to the Wat Arun Buddhist temple, which was pretty cool. But like I said before, like yeah, everyone just wants a picture and stuff. And you can only pretty much see the like just that outside area yeah, there's nothing really else you can see there. I mean, yeah, good for pictures, I guess. Then we went on that river cruise, and then, oh yeah, we stopped by just the nearby market just in that area. And my mom, of course, bought a ton of stuff. I even got my Chikawa little plushie, except it's actually Momonga, but yeah, that's my favorite character, so I had to get him. It's crazy the amount of Chikawa stuff that I've got on this trip. So, oh yeah, speaking of the market, we were just thinking about the floating market, comparing the prices to that one, and it's insane. Like the prices at the market we just went to are really good. You don't feel like you're being ripped off at all, and you can still haggle. At the floating market, you would still haggle, and then we realized now that we really paid so much, and it doesn't even have to be like the stuff you buy in the market. Like just the entrance fee alone is 3,000 baht per person. Like that is just such a scam. So if there's one thing I've learned from this trip, never go to the floating market. Anyway, yeah, tomorrow we are actually going to be going back to the Philippines. Yeah, tonight was our last night. We just realized that. My mom thought that we had one more day in Thailand, but then she was reminded that tonight is actually our last night in Thailand, and tomorrow we are going to fly back to the Philippines. So yeah, it would have been really bad if we ended up just staying here one more day and then missing our flight. Well, thank goodness we had our agent remind us that we are actually leaving tomorrow. So yeah, my next video will be in the Philippines. I'm going to chill there just for a few days, and then we're going to first head over to the Ilocos tour. So that's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be 3 days. But yeah, I'll just see you guys then. Peace.